Hi guys, it's Morgan, and today I'm going to be doing the Hamilton book tag that was created by Maureen Keevy. Now, in case you don't know what Hamilton is, first I would ask you, what rock have you been living under? And then I would say that Hamilton is a Broadway musical written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and it's about the founding father, Alexander Hamilton. Now, I know. Normally, you wouldn't think that a musical about a founding father would be very popular, but this show is extremely popular. It's so popular that it's really hard to get tickets. I haven't even seen the show yet, and I really want to. So, fingers crossed that someday happens. Now, the way this tag works is each question goes along with a song from the show. So with that said, time for the tag. I'd have to say I'd put myself in the world of the Harry Potter series. If you know me personally, then you'll know that I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I would love to go to Hogwarts. I think Prim from the Hunger Games is an underrated female character. She's great at being a healer, and she wants to be part of the revolution as a medic, and she's the one that got Katniss to fight for the revolution. But I've never really seen anyone talk about that. I think Harry Potter from the Harry Potter series is a character that goes after what he wants and won't let anyone stop him. An example of this is in the 5th book, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, when they went to the Ministry of Magic. Now, if you haven't read the Harry Potter series, this answer will spoil something that happens in the 6th book, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I'll put my hand up and you can mute the video, and then when I put my hand down, you can unmute it. So, spoilers now. I wish Albus Dumbledore was still alive. I was so upset when Snape killed him. I mean, I know that's what Dumbledore wanted because he didn't want Draco to kill him. And I get that if Snape killed Dumbledore, then Voldemort would still trust Snape. But it was still really sad. Now, if you haven't read the Darkest Minds trilogy, this will spoil something that happens at the end of the 1st book. So again, if you don't want to be spoiled, I'll put my hand up, you can mute the video, and then when I put my hand down, you can unmute it. So, spoilers now. When Ruby made Liam forget who she was, it was so sad. I mean, I know that she did it to protect Liam, but I still wasn't happy about it. So when I was reading the 2nd book, Never Fade, all I could think was, Ruby, you better find Liam soon and get him to remember you. Now, this answer might also spoil something that happens in the Darkest Minds. If you don't already know who the villain in this book is, then it might be a surprise. But if you do already know, even if you haven't read it, then this won't be a spoiler. But if you want to be surprised if you haven't read this book and you read it and you want to not know who the villain is, I'll put my hand up, you can mute it, and then unmute it when I put my hand down. Spoilers now. I thought Clancy was a pretty sassy villain. I mean, he's a horrible person, but he's still kind of sassy. Now, this might spoil something that happens in the 2nd book in the Darkest Minds trilogy, Never Fade. So if you don't want to be spoiled, hand up, mute the video, and then unmute when hand is down. And spoilers now. I thought it was a pretty big twist when it was revealed that there was a cure for the kids who had powers, and that the person who created the cure was Clancy's mom. That was something I was not expecting. A series I recently marathoned was the Darkest Minds series, And the minute I finished the first book, I wanted the other two, and I read them pretty quickly, and I really loved them. For this answer, I picked a series. A series that I liked with multiple POVs was The Lunar Chronicles. And in the first book, it mainly focuses on Cinder's point of view, but when you read the rest of the books, it's the point of view of whoever's name is on the cover, and you also get to see the point of view of the other characters. And I really like that, because it's nice when you start Scarlet, you start with Scarlet, but you also get to check in and see what Cinder's doing. And the same thing through all the books. I think the Harry Potter series will be remembered throughout history. These books are just books that I don't think anyone will ever stop reading, and I think will still be popular far into the future. Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley. They were my very first OTP, and whenever they would fight, I just knew they liked each other. So I was really happy when they finally kissed in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Harry Potter and Voldemort's fight from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Just knowing that everything that had happened had led to this moment was awesome. And also the fact that Harry beat Voldemort was also really awesome. I guess I would say the Harry Potter series, but I don't really feel guilty about it. It's just that these books, if I could, I would read them over and over again for the rest of my life. And I'm actually planning on rereading them soon. I would have to say the Delirium trilogy. If you haven't read the Delirium trilogy, what I say could spoil the third book, Requiem. I don't spoil anything that's in the book, but based on what I say, you'll probably figure out how the book ends. So if you don't want to be spoiled, mute the video, and when I put my hand down, you can unmute it. And spoilers. I really wanted to see them tear the wall down. And I also wanted Lena to find Hannah again and realize that the procedure didn't really work on her. Harry Potter and Ron Weasley from the Harry Potter series. I just love how Ron is always there for Harry. And sure, sometimes they fight, but that's true for all best friends. And when it comes to it, Ron is always there for Harry. It took me a while to read the Lunar Chronicles and the Darkest Minds trilogy, but when I finally did read them, I loved both series. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments how you would answer these questions. Bye.